Hello everyone, I'm so glad that you could join us for Storytime today. Thea and I are really excited that you're here. Thea, what are you doing? Oh, hello everyone. Well, I was just reading my Bible here, and I have a question for you, Kate. Sure, Thea, what is it? I don't know if I know the answer, but I could try or find someone who could try and help. Well, you see, the thing is, I wonder, all these stories in the Bible, they were written a really long time ago, right? They were, yeah. Well, I guess I'm just curious how, if they were written so long ago, how do they have any meaning for our lives right now? I mean, it was such a long, long time ago, and it just, I'm not sure how that makes sense. That's a really good question, Thea. The Bible was written a really long time ago, and it is important to remember when we're reading the Bible who it was written for and the time it was written in, and it's called context. And it is a really good and useful thing to remember when we're reading the Bible. But all those promises of God in the Bible, of how much He loves us and cares for us, the promises of Jesus and the Holy Spirit, all of those things are true today, just as they were then. Oh, okay, so, but can you, I still don't know if I understand. Well, the Bible tells us that those promises are things that continue from generation to generation. Oh, I know all about generators. They're the things that keep the lights working after the power's gone out, right? Well, generations, not generators. Generations are a group of people that are living at the same time. Like your grandparents are one generation, or your parents are another, or you and your friends at school are another generation. And God's promises last from all of those people and even before them, from generation to generation. Okay. So He loves us, and God's love lasts, and it just keeps going. But is there anything that we can read about that speaks directly to our lives now? I mean, what does that look like to have the Bible in our lives now? Okay, well, you know what I think might help us get a good picture of this. Are you going to say a book? I am, Thea, yes. How'd you know? Because that's what you always do. It is. I frequently love reading books to help understand different things. And, well, it is story time, and it wouldn't be story time without reading a book. So what do you say we read a book called Psalm 23? Oh, balm! I love balms, like when my paw gets hurt and I need to put some balm on it. It smells really, really nice. Not balm, psalm. Psalm is a book in the Bible, and it's another word for songs. And it's a beautiful psalm that King David wrote. Okay, and we have some wonderful pictures here that go along with the psalm. And I think that these pictures can really help us understand how this psalm can speak to our lives now. Okay? All right, so our book today, Thea, is Psalm 23. And the pictures were painted and drawn by a man named Tim Ladwig, right? So Psalm 23. The Lord is my shepherd. And a shepherd is someone who helps look after the sheep. And here in these pictures, we can see it's like a grandma coming in and waking the kids up in the morning. They've been taken care of all night, right? Safe and cozy in their beds. Just like a shepherd would take care of his sheep, God takes care of us in our homes. I shall not be in want. Oh, look, they're having breakfast, Thea. Pouring milk into the cereal. And the grandpa is waving goodbye. The kids leave for school. Looks like they've met up with some of their friends. He makes me lie down in green pastures. How fun. They're rolling down a hill on their walk to school. God's given them green pastures, grass pastures, big grassy spaces, even in that city where they live. He leads me beside quiet waters. Look here, the boys are playing the leaf that's fallen into a puddle on the sidewalk, near the sidewalk. Looks like they're walking past a church. And there's stained glass picture of Jesus holding a little sheep. He restores my soul. Oh, it looks like they're meeting up with friends on the walk. How fun. God gives us friends to help make our hearts and souls happy. Oh, and look, they're at school. Looks like she's hugging her teacher. He guides me in paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Looks like they're lining up to go inside. And the art teacher is helping that boy paint a picture. Guides me in paths of righteousness for his name's sake. God will guide us and lead us all throughout our school day, right, or at home. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. God is with us even when we go through scary times, or when we're not sure, or maybe we're getting teased. We can be brave and be strong because we know God is with us. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. Look at the crossing guards helping the kids cross the street safely. And on the next page we can see they're across the street. And then I see their grandpa coming. I think the boy's waving to his grandpa. Look, they're walking hand in hand with their grandpa on the way home. Just like that grandpa loves and protects and comforts his grandchildren, God does that for us too. You prepare a table before me. Look at those delicious things to eat, yeah? In the presence of my enemies. So even if people who might not be your friends are around, God takes care of us through all the good times and the hard times. We can rest assured that he is caring for us, just like those grandparents are caring for their grandchildren and their families. You anoint my head with oil, my cup overflows. They're taking a bath now, aren't they? Getting ready for bed, brushing their hair, putting oil in their hair. Surely goodness and love will follow me all the days of my life. Oh, look, I think the grandma might be mending a little hole in that little lamb. She's taking such good care of her granddaughter, isn't she? Granddaughter knows that she is loved, just like we know we are loved by God. And I will dwell in the house of the Lord. They're sleeping. Forever. Oh, they know they are safe with God forever, Thea. What did you think? Wow, Kate, that was beautiful. I loved seeing how every part of that psalm was acted out in everyday life. I can really see how God's love and the Bible is really just a part of my everyday life and yours and maybe our friends too. I think that's right, Thea. We can read so much in the Bible about how God's love for us is true now, just as it was hundreds and thousands of years ago for everyone else before us. All right, and that's a great psalm to learn, to memorize, and to hold close in our hearts to remember of God's great love for us. Oh, I really liked it. Thank you so much for sharing it. You're welcome, Thea, and I hope you guys enjoyed that book too. And maybe we'll see you here next week. Bye.